Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rupert Pupkin. I was born in Clifton, New Jersey, which was, at that time, not a federal offense. Is anyone here from Clifton? Good, we can all relax. Now, I'd like to begin by saying my parents were too poor to afford me a childhood. But the fact is, nobody in Clifton is really allowed to be too poor because once you fall below a certain level, you're exiled to the state. My parents did, in fact, put down the first payments of my childhood. That is true. Then they tried to return me to the hospital as defective. But like everyone else, I grew up in large part thanks to my mother. If she was only here today, I'd say, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing here? You've been dead for 9 years." You should have seen my mother. She was wonderful. Blonde, beautiful, intelligent, alcoholic. We used to drink milk together after school. Mine was homogenized, hers was loaded. Once she was picked up for speeding, they clocked her doing 50 in our garage. And when they tested her, they found out that her alcohol was 2% blood. We used to joke together, Mom and me, until the tears would stream down her face and she'd throw up. And who'd clean it up? Not Dad. He was usually too busy off in O'Grady's throwing up on his own. In fact, until I was 16, I thought throwing up was a sign of maturity. All the other kids were off in the woods sneaking cigarettes. I was hiding behind the house with my fingers down my throat. Except the only problem is I never got anywhere. Until one day my father caught me. And just as he was giving me a final kick in the stomach for luck, I managed to heave all over his new shoes. That's it, I thought. I've made it. I'm finally a man. No, not quite. It turned out that was the only time my father ever paid any real attention to me. Yeah, I know. He was usually too busy down at the park playing ball with my sister Rose. And today, after those many hours of practice, I must say, my sister Rose has grown into a fine man. Me, I wasn't especially interested in athletics. The only exercise I ever got was when the other kids picked on me. They used to beat me up once a week, usually Tuesday. And after a while, the school worked it into the curriculum. And if you knocked me out, you got extra credits. So there's this one kid who was afraid of me. I kept telling him, hit me. Hit me. What's the matter with you? Don't you want to graduate? As for me, I was the only kid in the history of the school to graduate in traction. The school nurse took my diploma into my sling. But my only real interest, right from the beginning, was in show business. Even as a young man, I began at the very top, collecting autographs. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why Jerry couldn't make it this evening. Well, he's tied up, and I'm the one who tied him. You think I'm joking, but that's the only way I could break into show business, by hijacking Jerry Langford. I'm not kidding. Right now, Jerry Langford is strapped to a chair somewhere in the middle of the city. Go ahead, laugh, but the fact is, I'm here, and tomorrow you'll know I wasn't kidding, and you'll think I was crazy. But the way I figured it is, better to be king for a night than schmuck for a lifetime. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.